Have you ever felt that rage burning inside when you see your partner giving too much attention to someone else? That feeling that makes you feel disrespected, invisible, and want to just explode? Jealousy is one of the biggest relationship killers, but most people fight it the wrong way, creating more arguments. In this video, I'm going to reveal the truth about who is truly to blame for jealousy and give you the 3-strike rule, a powerful method to communicate your boundaries without destroying the relationship. If this is the clarity you're looking for, do yourself a favor and click the like button right now. It teaches the algorithm that this is a message people need to hear and ensures you won't miss our future videos. Stay with me. Let's be brutally honest. Jealousy has 2 sides, and we need to talk about the side nobody likes to admit, the provocateur. Often the person who provokes jealousy does so through acts of indiscretion. They might not even intend to hurt, but their actions break the most important pillar of a relationship, the sense of exclusivity. When you enter a commitment, you belong to that person, and they belong to you. This is the sacred foundation. But what do we see? We see the married man who still acts like he's single. He loves being buddy-buddy with his female colleagues. He loves the validation. He loves the attention he gets. He has a wonderful wife at home, but he still craves that validation from the street. What happens to his wife? She feels like just one of many. She feels like she's the at-home wife, the one who manages the household, the one who takes care of the children, the one who washes his socks. But the fun, charming, interesting version of her husband is reserved for others. She only gets the tired, stressed-out version. This is a profound disrespect. And the same goes for the woman who has a good, dedicated husband at home, but she adores the attention she gets at the office. She goes out for innocent coffees with male colleagues. She shares intimate details of her life, her marriage problems, with a friend who is not her husband. She thrives on that external male attention. The problem isn't having friends. The problem is when that friendship breaks the sacred bubble of exclusivity. The problem is when you talk more with others than with your own partner. The problem is when you give strangers a part of your emotional energy that should be reserved for the person you vowed to love. You must understand, the workplace is the #1 breeding ground for affairs. And these affairs almost never start with sex. They start with this exact kind of emotional intimacy. They start with indiscretion. You might tell yourself, "Oh, my intention is good, it's just a friendship, I'm just helping them." But your partner, watching this, knows the truth. A woman knows other women. She knows exactly how a woman acts when she wants something from a man. And a man knows other men. He knows that a shoulder to cry on is rarely just a friendship. The provocateur, the one causing this, often suffers from a fatal flaw: arrogance. They trust themselves too much. They tell their partner, "You're crazy. I'd never fall for them. I'm strong. I know what I'm doing. I'm just being nice." They are so confident in their own strength that they don't see the trap they are walking into. They don't realize they are slowly, day by day, building an emotional bridge to someone else and planting a bomb at the foundation of their own relationship. And by the time they realize it, they are already emotionally entangled, already in too deep, and sometimes already in bed with that other person. If you are the provocateur, you need to wake up. Your loyalty isn't just about not sleeping with someone else, it's about not giving your intimate energy to someone else. Loyalty demands clear, non-negotiable boundaries. Now, let's talk about the other side of the coin, the person who feels the jealousy. If this is you, if you are the one constantly feeling that knot in your stomach, you probably make one fatal mistake. You are hurt, and because you are hurt, you react with that pain. You react with raw, unfiltered emotion. You attack, you accuse, you scream. You were flirting with her. You don't respect me. You're always looking at other people. And what does your partner do? What does your partner do who, perhaps, in their own mind, truly didn't have a bad intention, now feels unjustly attacked? And the moment a person feels attacked, they become defensive. They shut down. They stop listening. All they hear is the accusation, not the underlying pain. They respond with, "You're accusing me of something I didn't do. You're crazy. You're too insecure. I can't even talk to anyone." And now, instead of solving the original problem of the indiscretion, you have created a second, bigger problem, a fight. You are on the attack, they are on the defense. It's a war. And in this war, nothing is resolved. The indiscretion is never addressed, and the jealousy only gets worse. You must understand this. Jealousy is never cured with a fight. It is only cured with intelligent, calm, and strategic communication. And this is where the 3-strike rule comes in. This is the foolproof, no-fight method to end jealousy and reclaim respect. It's a system of escalating communication, just like in a soccer game. Think about it. When a player commits a foul, what does the referee do? Does he immediately pull out a red card and eject the player? No, that would be unfair. First, he gives a verbal warning. He walks up to the player calmly and says, "Hey, that's a foul. I'm watching you. Don't do it again." This is your first step. This is strike one. You must wait for a calm moment, not in the heat of the fight, not when you've just seen the behavior. Wait later, when you are both calm. And you must not accuse. You use I statements, not you statements. You don't say, "You were flirting with that woman and you disrespected me." That's an attack. Instead, you say, "Honey, I need to share something that's been bothering me. When you were at the party last night and spent so much time talking and laughing with that person, I felt disrespected and invisible. I know you probably didn't intend that, but I need to be honest about how it made me feel. In the future, I would really appreciate it if you could be more mindful of that." Do you see the power of that? You haven't accused. You have simply stated your feeling and made a clear request. You are being vulnerable, not aggressive. Most reasonable partners will hear this and understand. But what if they don't? What if a week later, the exact same behavior happens again? This is where the referee pulls out the yellow card. This is strike two. The verbal warning was ignored. Now the tone changes. It's no longer just a soft request, it's a firm boundary. Again, you wait for a calm moment and you say, "Look, we've already talked about this. I was very clear about how that behavior makes me feel disrespected. You did it again. I need you to understand, I am not okay with this behavior. I am not going to tolerate being disrespected in this relationship. I am telling you seriously, this is the second time, and this is your final warning. Do not let there be a third." The tone is not screaming, it's cold, firm, and serious. You are not asking anymore, you are telling them what your boundary is. Now, what if there is a third time? What if they ignore the verbal warning, they ignore the yellow card, and they disrespect you again? The referee applies the red card. This is strike 3. The player is ejected from the game. It's over. There has to be a real, tangible consequence. When a person ignores your words twice, it means your words have no power. More talk is useless. Now, action is required. In a marriage, a red card doesn't necessarily mean divorce, but it means a serious, firm action that they will feel. You go to the guest room for the night. You calmly pack an overnight bag and go to your mother's or a friend's house. You say, "I'm not going to that event with you on Friday because you have shown me that you don't respect our partnership." It's a temporary but painful withdrawal of your presence and your positive energy. The consequence must be real. This is how you teach people how to treat you. You teach them that your boundaries are not just suggestions. They are an electric fence. This is the 3-strike rule. Verbal warning, yellow card, red card. It's a fair, escalated, and incredibly effective system for communicating boundaries without the emotional chaos of a fight. Of course, there is another kind of jealousy. What if there is no real cause? What if your partner is perfectly respectful, but you are still consumed by jealousy? This is insecure jealousy. This often comes from past traumas, from being cheated on before, or from seeing infidelity in your own family growing up. You don't need a real reason. You are already living in fear. If this is you, you must understand this is your responsibility to heal. You need to seek help, build your self-confidence, and work on your own self-worth. You cannot project your past wounds onto your current partner. But if you are the partner of an insecure person, do not just criticize them. Do not just call them crazy. Help them. Be transparent. A jealous person's mind imagines the worst, and it does so because of an absence of information. Your partner's mind is filling in the blanks with their greatest fears. The solution? Flood them with information. Over-communicate. Be radically transparent. Send a text. "I'm heading to the store now. My boss just called me into a meeting. I'll be home 30 minutes late. Just letting you know I'm on my way home." Is this annoying at first? Yes. But it's a small investment to heal your partner's insecurity and build a foundation of deep, unbreakable trust. The best solution for all jealousy is prevention. Don't test each other's limits. Understand what makes your partner uncomfortable and respect it. I had to learn this myself. I had to stop being friends with all women and make a conscious decision that my one and only best friend is my wife. I am a married man. I cannot live the life of a single man. These are the adaptations you make to invest in your relationship, to protect that sense of exclusivity. If you have tried all of this, you've had the calm talks, you've been transparent, and the other person still refuses to cooperate, then you need to have one final calm conversation. No anger, no accusations. You say, "Up to this point, I have felt terrible about this situation. From now on, I want to raise the standard of our relationship. And if this behavior happens again, I will be applying the 3-strike rule: a verbal warning, then a yellow card, and then a red card with a real consequence. I am not threatening you. I am establishing a system for us to fix this, because I am no longer willing to live this way." This is how you defend a high standard in your relationship. This is how you value yourself. Now, I want to hear from you. Which side of this coin affects you the most? Are you the provocateur, The one who is a little too indiscreet and needs to create clearer boundaries? Or are you the one who feels the jealousy, the one who reacts with emotion and needs to learn how to communicate with intelligent firmness? Be honest in the comments below. And if this message gave you a clear plan, if it gave you a new perspective, hit that like button. When you do that, you tell the YouTube algorithm that this is a message of value and that other people who are struggling need to hear it. And of course, if you are ready to have a relationship based on intelligence and not on uncontrolled emotions, subscribe to Real Love School and hit the bell. Because our job here is to transform your love life.